My reaction to the news was shocked. I was sitting in the middle of class. I have like 5 text messages from people. I saw a bunch of emails, and I actually had to get up and walk out of class just to confirm it and talk to people about it. Overwhelmed, just very upset that he's gone and that it's over.
Come out alive after the time set. It's going to be pretty good for the pod. New beginning of Maryland basketball. Let's look forward to it.
Oh man, yeah, I mean it's a bittersweet ending, I guess. All the success we've had over the last 20 or so years. It's the end of an era, and it's hard. It's a hard pill to swallow, but I think
it's gonna be a little different.
New era, and it's time.
For Coach Williams to announce his retirement today, you never think, being here playing for him that he would ever stop, and it's a big shock for us.
Mostly shocked. Kind of came out of nowhere.
Obviously a very sad moment for Maryland, but very nice to come out here today, celebrate the career of Gary Williams. It's not something often that coach can leave on their own terms. That's something that you're very happy for Gary. We're going to miss him. The program will move on. This is a great program, and I'm looking forward to the future.
Well, I was stunned. I was actually driving and an editor called and said it was being reported, and I was stunned. But with a day to reflect, I put the pieces together. It actually makes a lot of sense. Gary's 66, a very youthful 66, of course, and still connects with his players and fans. But he's been at this 22 years at Maryland.
A little bit stunned, to be quite honest. I was in my office working on some Tiger Woods stuff when I heard someone yell out, and it as soon as they yelled, I said, "Is it Gary?" And they said, "Yeah." And here we go. And so it became a circus. So a little bit stunned. I knew it was coming. We had talked about him doing TV before this season, so I knew he was starting to think about it. So it was a little bit shocking, but I kind of knew it was coming.
I was a little surprised. I didn't expect him to retire this season. I expected in probably 2 or 3 years, because Gary Williams to me was 66 going on 40. He didn't seem like aged, old, tired of his job, but good for him. If he feels like this is the right time to get out and get on with his life, more power to him.
My first memory, most important memory of Gary, 2002, when he led us all the way to championship. That was a great year for us. He led Juan, Steve, Chris Wilcox. It was a great year for us. And University of Maryland never be the same without Gary.
So my first memory of Gary is from this year. When he came out during Maryland Madness to Top Gun music, I've never seen anything as cool as that. The guy just had this aura of cool that he just exuded. The school's gonna miss that a lot.
I think just the whole time I was here, he just always had confidence in me, and when a lot of other people didn't. And I think, his confidence in me was just something that I'll cherish for the rest of my life.
I can't remember the exact game, but pretty sure there was one game where Gary bit his lip so hard that it bled, and I just think that was the coolest thing in the world.
Yeah, I guess the national championship would always be number one in my heart.
Besides the national championship, the ACC championships, and the last 22 years, pretty much.
In terms of Maryland basketball, my favorite memory was no doubt I was at the Connecticut game in Syracuse where we advanced to the second Final Four in 2002, and that was one of the best games in Maryland history, eventually leading to the national championship.
And my favorite memory of Gary, he co-hosts our golf coverage with me. And the first year of the Tigers tournament at Congressional, Tiger joined us on a Tuesday. We taped a 6-minute segment. So I could see the coach was a little bit nervous. One, that we're doing TV. Two, that it's Tiger Woods. Although he's met people across the world. And when we were done, we kind of looked at each other when Tiger left. Looked at each other and said, that was kind of cool. And it was cool to see him be excited about that kind of thing when it's always been reversed. I've been with him meeting other people. This time I got a chance to introduce him to the world's #1 golfer. Very cool. And then we went and played golf and talked about the interview all day long.
My favorite game was back in 2010 when we beat Duke, which eventually led to the ACC championship. He's really going to be missed. I know we're in good hands right now, and I look forward to the future of our program.
Well, I've been alive for 24 years, and Gary Williams has been coaching at Maryland for 22, so it's impossible for me to imagine any other coach doing the fist bump.
I think my greatest memory was probably the last game I attended here. Just it was going to be really sad not going to be coming back. I'm a senior, so graduating. And we videotaped like his fist pump, and then after that we were just like playing it over and over again because his fist pump is crazy. I mean, it gets like the whole arena going crazy. I think that's what I'm probably going to miss the most is his fist pump.
To me, one of the best memories in just my time on the beat was always those moments before the ball was even tipped, when Gary, for home games, when he would come out, it was the same every game, he would come out of the tunnel and like clench his right fist and look at the students. It's such a defiant, move, but it encapsulated what the Terps are all about.
One thing I'll always remember, having covered his teams for much of the last 7 years, especially during March and February, is Gary Williams took a major university, the largest university in the state of Maryland, and made people think that this was really Hickory High's gym, and that there was this underdog status that probably wasn't deserved because of the money spent on the program and the prominence, the fact they've won a national title. But every night you walked in here to cover a big game between Maryland and Duke, or Maryland, North Carolina, or even Wake Forest when they were good, you felt like you were covering South Bend Central versus Hickory High. And that's what Gary Williams could do more than anybody else. He was the best coach I've ever seen outside of the NBA and Pat Riley, did the adversity's children thing. He turned his group into a bunker when they were doing poorly, and he made them believe that nobody in the world wanted them to win except them, and that made them win.